Johnny Depp returns to Pirates of the Caribbean. Despite having vowed never to work with Disney again, headlines like this have recently taken over global media. While similar rumors have surfaced multiple times over the past few years, this time, the source was none other than the highly reputable and well-informed Disinsider. The publication not only reported that the sixth installment of Pirates of the Caribbean is set to go into production this year, but also claimed that Johnny Depp would reprise his most iconic role. This news has sparked mixed reactions. Some fans are thrilled, while others are shocked. But today, we have some fascinating new details, including the real reason why Disney ultimately decided to backtrack and ask Depp to return, despite both the company and the actor previously stating they would never work together again. Spoiler alert: as predictable as it may sound, Pirates of the Caribbean simply isn't viable without Johnny Depp. And recently, that fact became clearer than ever. So, what can we expect? Let's dive into all the latest updates right now. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. What Disinsider reported. Let's first break down what exactly was written in the Disinsider article. It's important to note that this publication is one of the most credible sources when it comes to inside information on Disney, which is why their report has caused such a stir. According to their article, Disney is preparing to produce the next Pirates of the Caribbean film starring Johnny Depp. The report states, "It's been a while since we last heard updates about the next installment of the Pirates franchise. The last major news came from producer Jerry Bruckheimer, who mentioned that the film could go in two possible directions. In a previous interview, Bruckheimer revealed that two alternative scripts were in development, one that would bring Johnny Depp back and another that would take the franchise in a different direction. Depp's involvement seemed entirely dependent on whether he and Disney could reconcile after their highly publicized fallout. While it would have been easier for Disney to move forward without Depp, Disinsider claims they received inside information suggesting that he will, in fact, return. One of our sources tells us that Walt Disney Studios is secretly preparing to start production on the next Pirates film at one of Hollywood's major sound stages. While no official production start date has been confirmed, we have heard that Johnny Depp will be involved. However, the report cautions that since no official announcements have been made, this should still be taken as a rumor rather than a confirmed exclusive. Business Insider's investigation. Adding to the intrigue, Business Insider conducted its own investigation, reaching out to their own sources to verify Disinsider's claims. According to their findings, the report is accurate. Disney is indeed gearing up to begin production on Pirates of the Caribbean 6, with filming expected to commence in the first half of 2025. So, what led to this dramatic change of heart from both Disney and Johnny Depp? Just a few years ago, in 2022, Depp publicly stated that he would never work with the House of Mouse again. Now, it appears something has changed. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this developing story. By now, everyone is well aware that Disney's executives initially decided to continue the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise without Johnny Depp. In fact, just a year ago, reports surfaced about a full-fledged youth reboot of the franchise. There were also rumors that Bear star Ayo Edebiri was being considered as the new female captain in Pirates 6. As you can imagine, both of these potential projects were supposed to move forward without Captain Jack Sparrow. However, things turned out to be far more complicated than Disney had anticipated. The problem? Disney's recent attempts to continue their legendary franchises haven't exactly been smooth sailing. Take Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, for example. It ended up losing the company hundreds of millions of dollars. Meanwhile, Star Wars has been struggling to get a new theatrical release off the ground since 2019. Even Marvel Studios, which was once a seemingly unstoppable money-making machine, is facing significant challenges. Despite isolated successes like Deadpool and Wolverine, the overall state of the MCU is concerning. The box office performance of Captain America: Brave New World, which saw a 70% drop in revenue after just 1 week, only reinforces this reality. In short, Disney's most iconic franchises, previously considered surefire hits, have become increasingly risky investments. And Pirates of the Caribbean is no exception. The harsh reality: Pirates without Johnny Depp equals massive risk. Anyone with common sense, whether they're reading audience reactions, browsing forums, or analyzing industry trends, can see the obvious. Making another Pirates of the Caribbean movie without Captain Jack Sparrow and Johnny Depp is an enormous gamble. More than that, it's practically a guaranteed failure. It's safe to assume that Disney's leadership understood this as well. However, a few years ago, they were still willing to take that risk just to avoid bringing Depp back. But after a string of financial disappointments, their perspective has shifted. Under increasing pressure from shareholders, Disney's board of directors has been forced to take unusual measures to keep the company afloat and prevent further massive losses. According to Business Insider, over the past few months, Disney has been conducting extensive research to determine what the future of the Pirates franchise might look like without Johnny Depp. These studies were reportedly quite costly, but the conclusions they reached were unsurprising. More than 50% of previous Pirates fans said they would outright refuse to watch a new installment if Captain Jack Sparrow was absent. Another 30% remained undecided, expressing hesitation about watching a Depp-less Pirates film. As for new audiences, they weren't as attached to Depp's return, but research indicated that for them to be interested in the next Pirates movie, there needed to be a major cultural event or a strong wow factor surrounding its release. And what's the only thing capable of generating that level of hype? Johnny Depp's return. A no-win situation for Disney. Essentially, Disney has found itself trapped in a vicious cycle. Without Johnny Depp, the majority of longtime fans will simply refuse to support the franchise. But to attract new audiences, they need a massive PR moment, and nothing would generate more buzz than Depp's comeback. So, after years of resistance, Disney seems to have finally accepted reality. Pirates of the Caribbean simply cannot survive without Captain Jack Sparrow. For Disney's executives, the equation is simple. New audiences will only flock to theaters if there's significant buzz around the movie. But that buzz can only be generated by the franchise's existing fanbase, most of whom refuse to support a Pirates of the Caribbean film without Johnny Depp. This puts CEO Bob Iger and his team in a tough position. They have two choices. Do whatever it takes to bring back the legendary Captain Jack Sparrow. Say goodbye to the Pirates franchise altogether. Yes, they could attempt reboots, spin-offs, or even move forward with a sixth installment without Captain Jack, perhaps replacing him with a new female lead, as rumored last year. However, all signs point to such attempts resulting in massive financial losses, ultimately burying a franchise that once brought in nearly $5 billion. Given Disney's current struggles, they can't afford another major failure, which is why they are being forced into an uncomfortable but necessary decision. The big question: how can Disney convince Johnny Depp to return? That brings us to the next crucial issue. How does Disney persuade Johnny Depp to come back, despite his previous statements that he would never work with them again? The global press seems to agree on a simple answer: money and opportunity. A massive payday, regardless of what Depp has said in the past. The reality is that he has been largely absent from big Hollywood productions. While he still earns money through endorsement deals, those earnings don't compare to the multi-million-dollar paychecks he used to receive for major studio films, especially Pirates of the Caribbean. Given his extravagant lifestyle, private islands, mansions, and other luxuries, a major payday from Disney could be a tempting offer. A Hollywood comeback. Around a year ago, reports surfaced that Depp was interested in returning to mainstream Hollywood. This speculation was later confirmed when he signed on for Carnival at the End of the World, a large-scale film, rather than an indie project like Minamata or Jean Du Barry. If Depp truly wants to reclaim his place in Hollywood, there's no better way to do it than by reprising his most iconic role. A win-win situation for both sides. At this point, it seems clear that Disney and Johnny Depp have a shared interest, bringing Captain Jack Sparrow back for at least one more adventure. So, is this good news? I'd say yes. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit that like button. Thanks for watching. See you next time.